Do you know how to know if you're getting bad plumbing? In this video, I'm going to show you, and we are going to do it now. I'm Roger Wakefield, Lead AP, the expert plumber. Welcome back to another great video. If you've not been here before and you want to learn all things plumbing as a real estate agent, a homeowner, or an investor, subscribe now and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. Guys, depending on what license it is you're trying to get through the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, depends on how many hours you have to prove that you've worked in that field, get signed off by a master plumber, and the state of Texas has actually kept track of your registration to know when you registered, so you can't just BS your way through it. Now here's the problem. The plumbers pay a lot of money for our licenses. It goes to the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, but just to pay for our license, and where that money goes is into the general fund. So the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners does not even get to keep the money that they collect from all the plumbers. We could be self-funded. We pay in so much to have this license. Now here's where I have a problem. TDLR wants to make it easier for plumbers to get licensed so we can have more of them. My thing is, let's keep it difficult. Do we need to find a way to speed up the process? Absolutely. But that way is by giving more funds to the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. That way they've got money for more enforcement people. They've got money for more testing people. They've got money to expand. You know, I don't know the exact size the board was when I got in 38 years ago, but I promise you it has quadrupled or grown however many times. Guys, why hadn't the Texas State Board of Examiners grown to reflect that? Okay, we're bringing in the money through the plumbers. Let's use that money to make sure that we are policing our system. So what they've determined, the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation could more effectively regulate plumbers. Guys, there is no way. Number one, you want people to regulate us that don't understand us. Now, asking them to regulate electricians and HVAC people is kind of tough because I don't know that they understand that. The good thing about the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, I can go down for board meetings. I can call down there and talk to people. I can call Lisa Hill and say, Lisa, look, I've got a problem. Can you help me with this? And at least talk to her and figure it out. Well, you know what? She's a plumber. She knows what she's doing. The guys down there know what they're doing. Why don't you put me over a hospital in Dallas and let me start hiring the surgeons and regulate them? I don't think that's going to be a great idea. So what they want to do, transfer regulation of plumbers to the TDLR and reconstitute the Independent Plumbing Board as an advisory board. So you want to take the 9 people that are on the Texas State Board and use them as an advisory crew. And they're wanting to keep some of these people and move them over. Guys, if you're wanting to keep people and move them over, keep the whole crew, give them more people, let them do the things that they need to do. The next issue they found, oversight and complex license regulations inhibit entry into growth in the plumbing industry. Does our industry need to grow? Absolutely. Do we just want to invite every jackwagon in that thinks he knows anything about plumbing? Here's what's going to happen. We're going to start giving handymen plumbing license. Now here's what happened. Go back and study the 1932-1933 World Fair in Chicago. Plumbing was not hooked up right. Sanitary water got in drinking water. People died. People got sick. That's what it means when they say plumbers protect the health of the nation. So what they want to do, their key recommendations, eliminate the responsible master plumber designation and create a plumbing contractor license. A contractor in Texas can hire anybody he wants to do plumbing and say, yes, they are plumbers. That's about it. Is that what you want? Do you want me to be able to hire just anybody that walks in the door that says, look, I have tools, and say, okay, you can be a plumber? Because let me tell you what, I really think I have an honorable trade, and I really go above and beyond to play by the rules. Let me tell you what, there's plumbing companies right down the street that will invite anybody in the world to work there, and they'll pay them a little bit of money, and they'll go out and tell you they're a plumber, and I hate to tell you they're not. And guys, I see it all the time. The other things, their key recommendation is eliminate the separate drain cleaner, restricted, drain cleaner, and residential utilities installer regulations. Guys, I don't have any problem if you want to rename things, redo things, make it where after a year somebody can do things. After 2, I know they can get a tradesman. After 4, a journeyman. You want to change things like that to make it easier? That's fine. So, item number 3 or issue number 3, insufficient enforcement processes hinder effective public protection and fair treatment of licenses. The only hindrance is the state of Texas will not give the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners enough money to do what needs to be done. What they want to do, their key recommendations: repeal the Statutory Enforcement Committee. G, let's get rid of the people that are trying to enforce the rules and laws to make sure plumbers and people without a license are doing things by the law. Direct the agency to adopt a risk-based approach investigation in rule, focusing on higher risk complaints first before either lower risk activities as to or such as job site compliance. So job site compliance, the people that may be building your houses or commercial jobs, whichever. Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners is good about coming on the job site and checking for licenses. I think every inspector in every city should check every license of every person on every job he works on. Do they have time for it? No, because we as taxpayers don't want to pay that money. But guys, when we let a place like the TDLR take over licensing, you're going to end up losing a lot of enforcement. You're going to end up losing a lot of quality people that you have. Pretty much, they're going to try to make it where anybody that wants a plumbing license can get one. Their other key recommendations: direct the agency to publish disciplinary histories online. Guys, I believe in that one. If I've ever been in trouble with the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners and I've got licensing problems or I've done something wrong and they've levied fines against me, I believe it should show up when you do a public license search. That's another thing that I tell people too. When a plumber comes to your house, ask for his license. Go online, go to the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners, go down to a public license search, look his name up, see if he has a license. If the plumbing company is sending an apprentice out to do your job, you need to call the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners and file a complaint right then, because it's against the law. They're not allowed to send apprentices out to do your plumbing. And you as homeowners deserve better, and a good quality company, that's what we're doing. We're trying to give you better. The last one they came up with is the fiscal implications summary. Guys, let me tell you, this is what it's all about. The state of Texas wants more money. Now don't get me wrong, I love the state of Texas. Every time I go out of this state and I go for work or vacation, to play, whatever it is, I am so proud that I'm from the state of Texas. And I want the state of Texas to do well. But the plumbing industry does not need to be affected because the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation wants to take this over. Guys, I know I went off a little bit today, but I really take this personal. I'm a licensed plumber in Texas. I started plumbing here 38 years ago. I've got every endorsement for my master license you can have in Texas, and that's huge to me. People say, well, it's a pain to go down to Austin to have to take an exam. They want to set it up where we can just go to a little computer company down on the corner, sit down in front of a computer and take a test. Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners test right now includes hands-on. You've got to cut pipe, you've got to thread pipe, you've got to measure, you've got to glue things together, you have to solder. If you go for a med gas, you've got to braze, not once but twice. This is a big deal in the state of Texas. If you're a plumber here, you should stand up and let your voice be heard. If you're not a plumber here, let me tell you what, this is the coolest place to get your plumbing license because we are the most stringent, but we feel like we have the best plumbers. And I think the Texas State Board has done a great job to do that. So you want bad plumbing? You want bad plumbing in Dallas, bad plumbing in Plano, anywhere around here? You want bad plumbing in the state of Texas? That's what you're gonna get. Do not let the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulations take this over. Guys, thank you for watching. If you want to learn more about all things plumbing, please, if you hadn't done so yet, subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on anything. Watch some of the other videos that we have, and I'll see you on the next video if you don't get flushed.